Blessings to each and everyone. Thanks for coming back to my channel. Well, today, as you see the title, we have a video for you today. I think this is a very sad situation. This is a very sad one. And I just want you all to just take the time out to listen this one, because this is all about a guy, 25-year-old man, get a 10-year-old girl pregnant. So at this point in time, this is a story of them. A woman is only 10 years older than her daughter. This is a very, very, very sad situation, but I just want you guys to just really listen to this one and let me hear your opinion in the comment section. Check it out.
You and your mom are 10 years apart in age?
Yes, we are.
Patricia, you were 10 years old when you had your daughter?
Yes, Judge Rhonda. I was 10 years old. I was a victim of a molestation. I was also threatened that if I told anybody, he would kill my family. So I just kept it a secret, thinking that maybe it would just be over. But I was pregnant and didn't know it until 2 weeks before she was born.
At what point did you realize at 10 years old that you were going to have a baby?
My mother was concerned. My stomach wasn't getting big, but it was hard. And she kept trying to make me do exercises and things of that nature, thinking that I was just gaining weight. So when I didn't lose the weight, she took me to the doctor to see what was going on. And that's when he told her that Sharita would be here in 2 weeks.
What was your reaction to that as a 10-year-old?
I really didn't know what to feel. Being 10, I was just trying to be 10. Never even fathomed what it would be like to be a mom.
What did your mother do about this situation?
We did press charges on the person after I finally told him what happened. He was arrested my senior year for a traffic ticket. They picked him up and the rape charge was still there.
Let's pause for a few seconds. After this guy get this girl pregnant, he take away himself. He wasn't caught nor anything at the time. And it was when she reached in her senior year in school, that was when he get caught. And these are the things I want the mothers out there to pay attention to. When you have your kids, especially your daughters, pay attention to them. Try to be a friend to them that they can trust you. So no matter what may happen to them out there on the street, wherever they may go, even in the home, among family members as well, if anything should ever happen to them, try and build that relationship with them, that they can trust you, that they can be able to tell you things that they may be experiencing or facing at any given time, whether school, home, anywhere there is. Please, you have to protect your daughters. You know, let me finish it and then we will discuss it at the end.
Have you seen him since?
No.
Did Sharita ever meet him?
She's never met him.
This is one of the saddest things I have ever heard, and I can't even fathom. As a 10-year-old little girl, you going through something like this. So, raising Sharita, how did that work?
My mother and my sister pretty much stepped in since I was so young. Our relationship as mother and daughter really didn't start until she was probably about 16.
So, Patricia, the way that your family dealt with this situation was for your mom to pretend that she was Sharita's mother?
Yes.
Fresh
So,
drop.
Sharita, how old were you when you found out?
I was 12 when I found out, that she was actually my mom. But I've always been around her, and it's like they kind of raised us as sisters. Not like I pick up the phone and be like, hey, Mom, it's just Pat and I'm Sharita. And I think that they thought that was a good thing to do. But once I found out, it caused issues for me, because I was just like, okay, well, what was wrong with me that she didn't want me. So at the end of the day, I think I was just mad at everybody for just not being honest.
So when you were 12, how did you find out?
My grandmother, she just blurted it out.
What did she say?
She was like, Pat, your mother. And I just really didn't know what to say or do, So I just really started having a lot of behaviors. As I got older, I just was rebellious. I didn't want to listen to nobody because I didn't trust nobody. I still have trust issues to a certain extent to this day.
So, Patricia, did you know that your mother was going to tell Sharita?
No, because I was always told not to.
Who told you not to tell her?
My dad was different. My dad wanted her to know who I was. My dad wanted me to raise her. My dad wanted me to do what I was supposed to do. My mom wanted to hide it because I think she was kind of embarrassed about the situation, but it wasn't my fault and there was nothing I could do about it. And that's the reason why the relationship between me and Sharita is so strained.
When you were 10,
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like mustard on a beat, bro, beat, bro, any rap,
strained.
When you were 10 years old and this happened to you, how old was the man that raped you?
He was 25. He kind of asked me to go upstairs to get his cigarettes. So when I went upstairs, I went into the room, and when I turned around, he was there. He hit me in my head, knocked me on the bed, and took advantage of me. And then he told me that if I had told anybody, he would kill my mom. So I kept my mouth closed, hoping that that's the last time I would see him.
So Sharita, at some point, once you became an adult, did you become closer with your mom?
I've tried to. I think we've had moments where we, been okay, and we've had moments where we have not.
I can just imagine the situation of the parents where her mother, I can just imagine how bad she felt within herself to know that her 10-year-old daughter is pregnant. 10-year-old daughter about to give birth. So till even when this little girl go ahead and give birth, she keep the baby to pretend as if it is her child because maybe she's trying to save this baby of some form of trauma, embarrassment, whatever it could be. And have the mother growing up with the child, treating the child as if the child is her sister. And as you can see, she's all grown now. She's a very grown woman. She are still affected by what happened, knowing that she didn't know who her mother really was until she reached 12 years old. I know they were probably trying to protect her, but in the long run, it is going to hurt her when she learns the truth, knowing her mother is right there beside her all this time and she think it is her sister. It's very sad. She was there, pregnant. They thought she was gaining weight. Mothers, fathers, if you have your daughter, even if you see her gaining weight, make sure pay keen attention to your children. This can happen anywhere or in any home because to the kind of world that we're living in right now, trust become a major problem, even among family members. It's like there's no one to trust, or there's just a very few who are there you can trust. Please protect your daughters because when things like this do happen, these children grow up with serious issues. Before you know it, they have some serious mental issues because they are being bothered with these things each and every day. Everyone living a normal life and their life is not normal because of all these things that they are facing. And it is so sad to hear of something like this. Look at a 10-year-old girl. What is it does a 25-year-old man would see and a 10-year-old for him to have this kind of appeal to look at a 10-year-old to get in? it really hurt me. It really hurt my feelings because if I have a daughter and someone do that, I don't know. I don't know. But things like this really happen all over the world. Family members doing this to other family members. Friends of family doing this to their children. A lot of people are victims of these things. Some of them being molested. Some of them end up bringing forth a child in the world in this kind of way. A child grow up not knowing who is his or her father because the mother was being molested, and that's how they come into this world. And sometimes you have some parents in that kind of position, they don't even know how to love the child because of how they're able to conceive and to bring forth this child. That is why anyone out there who things like this may have happened to, if you are going through any situation, if this thing is still bothering you, try and reach out to a counselor, get some counseling. See if you can trust your pastor, even though some of them cannot be trusted same way. Or if you are maybe in America and you need somebody to talk to, just reach out to me and let me know and tell you which state you are, and maybe somebody in the comment section or even I myself will try and find somewhere within your city of some farm where you can get some counseling, get some help, because a lot of young men and women going down this path, carrying this burden all by themselves. No one to trust who they can relate all of these things to. And it will be confidential. Sometimes if you just get someone to talk to, it will do help. And please, mothers, I'm begging you all, pay attention to your daughters. Pay attention to your sons as well. So we can save one or two from things like this. And if every parent pay more attention to their children, if you see them gaining weight, observe them, pay attention more. Look at the changes of their body. Look if they are eating more. Look what they are, if they are craving for something. There are some signs must be there. Observe, pay attention, and let us save our children. They say the children are the future, but we cannot have our children to be hurt and damaged like this from a tender age. Her innocence taken away from her. Let me hear your thought in the comment section. And we will end the video at this point right here. And please pay attention to your children. And as we would always say, if it ain't green, it ain't wheat. Yes, sir.